This is one of the most important. No is a full sentence. Anyone wants to comment on that before I continue?
No is technically like a full sentence because it's an action and like the subject is implied. You as a subject, like you say no, like no to you. So it actually like should be one of the shortest sentences after go. Yeah.
Why do you think this is so very important? First, yeah.
Because you should know that you can say no to people. You don't have to do it if you don't.
So very important. You and then.
Because some kids these days have a lot of peer pressure and things, being forced to do stuff, and no can help build their confidence to say.
Like you have every right to say no, even though they get mad at you. Like just don't feel them with it mad at you.
Yep. I want to ask the adults here, not for yourself, but why do you believe or know that the next generation of leaders should say no as a full sentence from your own experiences?
I think it's critical to learn that no is a complete sentence for sure.
Yeah.
And honoring yourself and what you want and need and what works for you, and not worried about the other person or hurting their feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. No is a complete sentence for sure.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the reason why I want my daughters to know that no is a full sentence. When mommy and daddy are not around, if another adult comes and asks them to do something that they're not supposed to be doing or they don't want to do, they have no obligation to explain themselves. They should be able to feel the strength to say no and walk away. It's going to be situational, but the times when we do need more than a no, that's precisely what I'm going to teach in the next few slides. The exact science and art. My thing is, say what you want to say without invoking negative consequences upon yourself. Be respectful, give respect and command respect in the same breath, same sentence. So this is, before we even get there, I want to address these two things, especially the second one. Why do you think it could be hard to say no for someone?
You think that the other person would feel bad?
That's a very good reason.
They could feel offended or like they don't want. You're not doing what they want.
Okay, I love the self-confidence here. Anything else? Why would you think someone else might struggle to say no, who's not you, who might not be self-confident?
They want people to think well of themselves.
Well of themselves? Sure.
They could be like shy.
Could be shy. Yeah. So there's a guilt and good kid programming that I think as parents we have a responsibility to not do, but sometimes we can't help. But I'm here to remind you that the guilt isn't truth. It's a habit. You can be kind and still protect your energy, time, and values. And how do you go about doing that is what we're going to learn next. But understand that you or someone else might not be able to say a no. And if someone else should not be saying a no, step in and help them out. And for you, remember, you should be able to say no always. Okay? So saying a no involves saying a yes, no, yes sequence. This is from the book, The Power of a Positive No by William Ury. And I've broken it down into something really easy to digest and use every single time. Okay? So the first yes, let's break it down. The first yes is you're saying yes to yourself. When you say yes to yourself, it's hard for someone else to comprehend what you're saying yes to beyond yourself. Or are you being arrogant? Are you being rude? Are you being why are you saying only a yes to yourself? They feel like they're losing and you're winning. So let us define the first yes. The first yes is saying to what is of value to you. Your freedom, your sense of safety, things that are non-negotiable to you. So the first yes is saying yes to your values. So unless you write it down what is important to you, what you will not sacrifice, what you will not negotiate, you don't know what you're saying yes to when you're saying yes to yourself. Okay? You're not explaining it, you're telling it. You have no obligation to explain why you're saying yes to yourself, but you're telling them you're saying yes to yourself. So you're using a lot of words. You're telling why you're tired, you're giving. And the worst thing is people might counter that and saying you're making excuses. In reality, you're not making excuses, but when you're detailing things out excessively, then it comes across as explaining. And people wrongly mislabel that as excuses. So I want you to use as short words as possible, fewer words and smaller sentence as possible to quickly say what you are honoring first. So the first thing is your values, that rest is important to you. Being overall successful is important. Not getting burnt out is important. So you're saying yes to that. So the first yes is saying yes to that. The part that you should remember is you can say sorry without feeling bad about it. That's one thing I want you to remember. You don't have to feel bad about saying a no. Okay, so as long as you don't feel bad, you can say sorry to feel their pain. It's okay, but you shouldn't feel bad. Okay, so yes, no, yes. So the way this works very well is I'm saying yes to myself, I'm saying a no to them, but the third piece, the yes, is something of alternate value, but low cost to me or low cost to you.
Could you repeat your statement you made for the $10,000 scenario?
Yeah. I have a policy of not lending money.
Right.
I'm not going to give you the 10,000. Instead, I'm going to sit with you on the weekend and look for loan options. Right? And especially in business, I do have a few clients who don't pay me anything because they're either on visa. It's either pay me or buy food. It's okay.
Yeah.
I have corporate deals that takes care of me, so I can afford. But in general, the policy needs to be that you don't take someone without pay, right? If you're running a business, not a charity. Even charity, you need money to fund the charity. But nevertheless, as a CEO of the company, as the owner of the business, I can make those decisions. So yes, no, yes. And we're going to go through some exercises